Hello, Vital Community. This is Sean, and I'm coming at you with another video. Continuing my series of going through my albums A through Z. This one, I'm going through my B's, starting with going through my B's. I went through my A's previously and went through the albums. I begin with the numeral, which is 10,000 Maniacs. If you're watching this video, I greatly appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, if you enjoy the content. I've got about 40 subscribers now, and I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. And thank you for the kind words also that I've received. Just getting started with these videos. And I'll start off with the B's, one of my favorite bands, and that's B52's. I have 3 records from them. 3 records, and I want to get all their studio albums, but not there yet, of course. But I'll start off with their debut album. I have the debut album, which is self-titled, and then I have their follow-up record, Wild Planet, and then the last record I'll show from the B52's is Cosmic Thing. So the first one, and I apologize for the water damage. I bought this at a flea market 2 years ago. The vinyl, I looked at the vinyl. My wife was with me and looked really good, so I took a chance on it. It was a good price, and it's a great. It plays great. So I haven't replaced it yet. Maybe someday I'll upgrade it, but for now it'll work. And that's their self-titled record, the B52's. And this one, of course, Rock Lobster is the hit off this one. This is what catapulted them into to stardom. Planet Claire, or not stardom, but a lot of kind of a cult following. Planet Claire, Dances Mess Around, and Rock Lobster were the other hits off this one, or singles off this one. Also, I'm ranking my videos as well, or ranking my albums as well as I'm going through it. I started the last couple of videos, I started ranking my records. So this one gets a B, a solid B, mid B. Only because Downtown kind of brings it down for me. Not really a fan of that remake of the song Downtown from the B52's, so it kind of unfortunately made it number 3 out of the ones I'm showing. Neck and neck though with Wild Planet. Just a lot of great songs on this one. This was made in the Bahamas. This is Fred Schneider, the male lead singer. This is Keith Strickland, the drummer. Kate Pearson. This is Ricky Wilson. This is Cindy Wilson's sister. They met in Athens, Georgia. Fred and Kate, I believe, are both from New Jersey, but the other 3 are native Georgians. And they formed in 1976. This album came out in 79. And what else? Produced by Chris Blackwell. And this is the B52's. This one didn't really make it that high on at the time in 1980, but the legacy of this record survived. They actually grew in popularity. Peaked at 59 on the Billboard Top 200. Rock Lobster reached 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. And then 2003. VH1 named the B52's this album here the 99th greatest album of all time, for what that's worth. And then the Rolling Stones, I'm not sure what year they were at 198, but 198 best record of all time on the Rolling Stone list. So it's got a legacy to it, and that's the original album for the B52's. All right, so the year after they made the B52's Wild Planet, and scored this slightly higher. Party Out of Bounds, Give Me Back My Man, Private Idaho, I believe are the singles off this one. Let me see. And that's correct, yeah, those 3 are the singles. And then for me, I rank those 3 as A-list songs, as well as Devil in My Car and Strobe Light. And Quiche Lorraine, I'm not sure why I didn't rank that as an A, but I know it was a high B. Also a great song off this one. It's just a great, solid album, second album from them. Nice cool red cover with the blue lettering. And this one, let me check my notes here. This one peaked at number 18 on the top 200 Billboard. So this one did better on the charts, but not better on album sales when it's all said and done. And I ranked this as a high B. I'm sorry, 88.1, and the original 87.8, the debut album, and just barely edged out the debut album. And that's again, that's Wild Planet. Okay, and so for the next one, 1989. Unfortunately, Ricky Wilson passed away in 1984, tragically. They weren't sure if the band was going to split up or not. Luckily for people that love the B-52s, they got back together to make this outstanding album. Rated this, this I'm sure will be on my all-time list. It's really hard to rank albums, especially when you're adding to your collection. You're like, the first time you listen to a record, you're going to rank it one way, and maybe 10 times after listening to it, you'll rank it something totally different. So, but anyway, I'm trying to do that. I've seen other people make videos on their top 100 or top 50. I'm like, how do you do that? And the only way I know to do it is just to rank each song, just dive in deep, because you can't be influenced just by 2 or 3 songs. You have to rate the whole record. But this one just reminds me of a record that every single song is solid, that catapults it to higher on your list than other records you might think would beat the album. That just, you know, you wouldn't think this album would be in your top list, but for me it is. It's got the songs Love Shack and Rome is their 2 runaway hit songs off this one. And then it's got Channel Z, another great song, a release off this one. And Dry County is probably my favorite song on this record. And then Dead Beat Club. Between those 2, they're my top 2. With Bushfire and Topaz, also excellent, great songs. Even the instrumental, which is Follow Your Bliss, just outstanding. And I usually don't like instrumentals. I don't rank the instrumentals. I didn't rank Follow Your Bliss, but it's a good instrumental for sure. This was made in 1989, and that's the B-52's Cosmic Thing. There's the back. And what else did I miss on this one? It's the 9th best-selling album of 1990 in the U.S., peaking at number 4 on the Billboard charts. It's multi-platinum. Okay, so for the next video, or for the next album that I'm going to show, hopefully this doesn't show up my thumbnails, because I don't know how to edit the thumbnails. So this is I didn't even rank this as a B. I respect Bananarama. I think if I got their debut album with Cruel Summer and that Robert De Niro song, I'm pretty sure it would rank up at least a low B. But this one just doesn't do it for me. This is a Bananarama, what's the name of it? True Confessions. It's got the hit song Venus, which I didn't really rank high. Didn't really ever like it, but I thought I would give it a chance. I got a good price on it, and it just didn't do anything for me. But that's Bananarama, True Confessions. Believe it or not, Bananarama has 12 studio albums, so this one is their 3rd. You can get this with shipping on Discogs for VG Plus for $10. Karen Woodward, Sarah Delane, Sibian Fahey are Bananarama. Okay, so for the next 2 albums, these are not my wheelhouse as far as the 80s and 90s, which is my wheelhouse, but I love these records. They come out, it's a band called Band of Horses, and I give this first album, made in 2006, 86.3, which is really good, and the second record, right up there at 85.6, so neck and neck as well. They formed in 1994 in Seattle. They now live in Charleston, South Carolina. And the first one that I have from them is Everything All the Time. Again, their first release or first album. I know for a long time you can get this really cheap, and I bought it for really cheap. Sub Pop, and the best song on here for me is The Funeral, which is, I think, probably their most known song. And so interesting about this band, I have to refer to my notes on this one. It's the only one to feature, this album here is the only one to feature original band members Matt Brooke, Chris Early, and Tim Meaning. So after this was made, 3 members of their band left. That's kind of unheard of. And singer-songwriter Ben Bridwell has been the band's sole constant member through numerous lineup changes. And the longtime members are Creighton Barrett on drums, Ryan Monroe on keyboards, guitar, and backing vocals. And for me, the A-list songs are The Funeral and The Great Salt Lake, as well as Monsters. Those are my favorite A-list songs off this one. And that's Pitchfork, which I find I disagree a lot with Pitchfork, but Pitchfork says this is number 109 on the list of top 200 albums of the 2000s. So I guess I would agree with them that this is a great album for this particular review. And that's Band of Horses, Everything All the Time. Okay, and then for my next, the next one I have from Band of Horses, and my last one I'll show, is Cease to Begin. And really great song on this one. Is There a Ghost, their first song off this one. And I rated the second one just as good almost as Is There a Ghost, which is I guess their most popular off this one. Ode to LRC, which was a non-release. And No One's Gonna Love You, which was a release. Also a great song. So the top 3 songs, or the first 3 songs on this record, I gave an A. I'm like, I revisited this for the first time when preparing for this video. I'm like, is this going to be like this the whole record? Sadly, it's not. Detlef Schrempf, which is a humorous title. It's a old Seattle Supersonics basketball player. Gave that a low B, and then just didn't get anywhere near the top 3 songs, in my opinion. Although a lot of them did get mid Bs and low Bs, but that's Band of Horses. Cease to Begin. Cease to Begin is I guess yeah, it's our second record and second most collected on Discogs. So I guess that's really all I have for this video. Again, if you could like and subscribe, would greatly appreciate it. I think I have around 40 subscribers, and so if you could like and subscribe, would greatly appreciate it. But if not, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.